Hey guys, this is Mr. Aslan and I'm back with another video for crypto wisdom. And in this video, it's a recent news that I was just going through today morning in one of the articles, and the same article had been published in one of the CNBC websites as well. And this is something that I really want to touch upon, and this is basis your security, guys. Crypto education is my passion, and I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is purely done for educational purposes alone. So stay till the end of the video to understand what this fraud is all about, and it's a new way of scamming people, especially with Coinbase wallets. So this is something that you really need to know about, guys. So do not miss this entire video. Watch it till the end. Now there is this article which I want to go ahead and show it to you guys. Let's quickly switch over to that. Here you go. Fraudsters are using bots to drain cryptocurrency accounts. Now this is the main article. What is actually happening in the background? I'll give you a gist of it. I'll leave the link of the article as well in the description box below, so that it would be easier for you to run through the nifty details that are there. Now what happened with one of the couples who are there using Coinbase is that a fraudster started calling them multiple times on their personal mobile numbers. So they sent a message, or the mobile numbers in fact, stating that there is a fraud that has, or a unaccounted login attempt that has happened to their Coinbase account, and they need to go ahead and verify it. And how is it that they did that? As soon as they sent a message, they started calling them multiple times back to back. Now remember just one thing, that's the first red flag that you have. The moment you start receiving calls from a specific number back to back, and you pick it and it's an automated voice, please disconnect it. It is either a marketing call from any of the banks or insurance policies, or it would be a fraudulent call. The main reason why I'm telling this is no company or no particular legit business calls you multiple times back to back, that too from the same number and for a specific reason. So now what happened? The husband actually did not pick the call, so they called or started calling the wife's number. Surprising to me in fact, because how is it that these guys have got the personal mobile numbers available for these people? Now it's fairly simple if I put a rough thought into it on what exactly would have happened, on how they could actually get the personal mobile numbers of these two people. Now it's fairly simple that whenever you go to a restaurant or a pizza corner or anything as such, where you have a fast food joint, you just are asked for feedback, and obviously you would go ahead and give your number. Even your supermarkets or any other places you go in, you just input your number. Now these numbers which are collected are ideally data for the collection agency to go ahead and sell. Do you really think that you would be entering a draw in terms of you filling up a small form or a lottery ticket out there? Absolutely not. And even your feedback, it is pure data, guys, and I deal with data with my regular day job, so that's how I know for a fact that all these details will be collected and they would be definitely sold. Say for 1,000 mobile numbers, this is the cost, say $200-300. That's how they sell data for it, right? So in the same way is where I believe personally that they might have got hold of the personal mobile numbers. Now how is it that they have linked the personal mobile numbers to the crypto assets? But nonetheless, I believe that it might be the scenario where that particular number is linked to a Coinbase account, and through that they would be able to go ahead and track it. So that's one mechanism that I can think of. But if in case any one of you watching this video know about any other aspect of how this can be found out, just let me know in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to learn about that as well. Now coming back to the story or the incident of what has happened. Now the wife received the call and she picked it up, and immediately there was a bot voice, the normal automated telephonic voice that you get, right? So it said that there is a fraudulent login which has tried to happen, so please press 1 if you do not want to lose your assets or something like that. So that automated message recording is something which will be kind of bringing a certain amount of trust with you, because you feel that usually you to keep getting these calls from banks and other people asking that for feedback and stuff like that. So since this is an automated message, you immediately might feel that okay, it may be real, and you go ahead and press 1. So she did the same. Out of panic, she just pressed 1, and as soon as she did that, it got connected to a specific person and they started a conversation, after which the person actually asked her a OTP, and now she doesn't remember whether she entered or gave the OTP from her side, or it was automatically entered or registered. They said that everything is sorted, yeah, thank you so much for your support and stuff like that, and they disconnected the call. But after this has happened, 2 minutes later, they're not able to log into a Coinbase account, and they believe that the entire crypto assets that they had has been washed out. Now they are also not sure, because even Coinbase has not confirmed or given any details yet They said that they have forwarded to their security team to verify and stuff. So even they do not have any access or probably any way that they can go ahead and verify how much assets are left out. Now that's pretty bad in my opinion, guys. So this is how a new scam is happening. And guess what? I'll tell you something which is very interesting, which I found. They say that it is available on Telegram, the bot which is there, which is being still sold in Telegram. And what is the cost of it? It ranges from $100 a month to $4,000 for a lifetime subscription. I don't know what to say, because if this is the amount that people charge for scamming and doing frauds with others, well, just imagine how careful that you need to be with your crypto assets. And let me tell you guys, the amount that they had in their wallet is almost more than $100,000. That's the value of crypto assets that they had, and they have been investing from quite some time, and they said that the majority of those assets were in Bitcoin. I feel bad for them, I really do. And there is one more incident wherein there was a lawyer who also received this call, and this lawyer, being a very educated guy, especially in terms of crypto and financial frauds, he actually picked the call and asked someone who is next to him to start recording the entire event. And then at the end of 7 minutes after he started speaking to this particular person, he did ask him that if you are really from Coinbase, I want you to send me an email that you are calling me on behalf of Coinbase and my account is actually compromised, right? So to that, the other person on the other side of the line denied directly. Now, especially when these things happen, you should be well aware about the fact that if at all you are asking for any emails to be sent, they should be willing to do it. And it is nothing wrong in asking or requesting a customer support team to send a confirmation that your account is indeed hacked or is compromised, so that you can take necessary steps further. Now, he obviously being on the legal side, the lawyers or the attorneys do definitely know what documents they have to have in terms of those situations. So that's where he was very well versed. Now, this kind of awareness may not be available with everyone who is starting right now with investing in crypto, or anyone who is also a seasoned investor but not knowing too much about cryptocurrencies and stuff. So there are two sets of people on the same lines itself. One is a set of people who are young, who are very new and entering into the cryptocurrency investment part. And there are others who are not so aware about the cryptocurrencies, but they know they have some money or amount to go ahead and invest so that they could keep it as the retirement funds or for the children's education, something like that. So when these things start happening, I personally feel very bad. And on the sidelines, what is it that they can only avoid these stuff? It's just pure awareness, guys. And that's where I really would like to position myself through this medium of YouTube, wherein I bring in certain topics to you guys so that you go ahead and check out and understand how crypto entirely works and how frauds happen in crypto and how careful you should be when it comes to cryptocurrencies and your safety of the assets. Now, moving on to what more can you do in terms of these scenarios. Now, this is the entire rough picture of what has happened. The details are available. You can go ahead and read it. I'll leave the link in the description box. But what is it that you guys need to do in these situations? First and foremost, do not receive the call. It's as simple as that. Second, yeah, you are in some kind of a situation and you just go ahead and receive the call just like that. Know for a fact, any bank, cryptocurrency exchange does not give you a call asking or stating that your security is compromised. Even Google themselves does not give a call, guys. They send you an email or a notification stating that, and that too through their own app and through their own mediums, stating that there is a particular login from so and so IP address, and this is what it's. First and foremost, let me tell you, the moment these things happen, immediately do not panic, because it says that they are trying to access your account. They have not got access to your account. Why? Because of the two-factor authentication code that's there. So unless and until you receive the OTP or the one-time password to your cell phone or your email, however you have configured it, they cannot actually get through the access. Now, there was a way that one of the hacks did happen, but I'm not so sure in detail as to how it has happened, whether it's automated or is it something of a similar process that has happened right now here. But nonetheless, two-factor authentication is very strong in my personal honest opinion. And moreover, if you are linking it to something like Google Authenticator, which is an auto-generating OTP app, there is no chance that someone would ask you to go ahead and share the OTP with them. Unless and until you've configured it to via email or message, you don't need to bother about the actual OTP generation since it's done by the Google Authenticator app. Now, if you can link that to your wallet, you can go ahead and do so. If you do not want to do it, then just leave it aside. and do not share your two-factor authentication OTP. Sometimes you might see that random generation of OTP is happening on your phone. In those scenarios, do not panic, just leave it aside. Just delete those messages and do not worry about it. In case someone comes back to you stating that okay, your account is being compromised, someone is trying to log into your account, the first and foremost thing that you can do is change your account password. That's the only thing that you need to do. And if you have a secondary mobile number account, that you can link to the account for the SMS or email to be received, just go ahead and change that. That is also one way that you can avoid these stuff. Now, nonetheless, can you totally be avoiding this particular fraud with the scale that this is happening, since it is being automated, and like I said, the charges being just 100 a month and 4,000 a lifetime subscription? I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a lot more cases like this happening. So best and foremost, the scale has obviously increased worldwide. People can start doing this at a very low cost. Please be very careful about these particular messages or calls that you would receive. Ultimately, end of the day, it's all about your assets and safeguarding them, and always ensure that your assets are kept safe. Now, one more thing before I end the video is you could use hardware wallets to store your crypto, which would have an additional layer of authentication for any sort of transaction that occurs, be it a transfer, be it a buy, be it a sell. You need to actually, some devices, you will have to go ahead and connect them to your physical PC via the USB cable or so, and then go ahead and do the transactions. Else, there are certain other devices which can connect through Bluetooth, and you need to give the fingerprint or OTP, or not the OTP, just some code authentication on the device that you're using, the hardware wallet, Elipal or Ledger or Trezor, these kind of hardware wallets. Get one, safeguard your assets. Else, if you do not want to get one right now and you're not so well versed with that, and you want to stick to what you have on your hot wallets on your software, just make sure that you are well aware about these situations and do not fall into such scams. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun and take care.